I want to ask a couple questions out here this morning. Feel free to comment. Feel free to talk, because I'm just trying to find out some things because I want to know what's on a lot of y'all minds, right? My own personal opinion. I don't believe in God. Some people might feel a way behind this, and I really don't care about none of it, but I don't believe in somebody I don't know. I'm not going to put all my faith and trust and hard earned money that I bust my ass for every day, right? To go give to a religion I really know that's twisted, a religion that I know that really promoted slavery, rape, homosexuality. These ain't no shots to nobody, but I'm just talking about the religion. It don't matter what religion you try to follow, every religion, including the Muslim religion, the Jewish religion, the so-called black Christian religion, the Roman Catholic religion. If you do the math inside that whole realm, there's some sick, twisted stuff going on within every religion. So me, I have to gracefully bow out and believe in my own beliefs that I truly believe that my mother and my father is God to me. I give them praise. I give them the honor, the glory, the blessings because my father, he designed me, created, formed. My mother incubated and held me in her womb for 9 months and out I came. So therefore, those two individuals of my gods, my lords, my saviors, my whoever you choose to believe in, I start to realize that the religion is the biggest scam in America. The biggest scam, and it's tax free. Religion that gets the most money, and it's not no particular religion. I'm just saying all religions have some type of base where they want you to give towards their cause. But you never receive other than a spiritual blessing. You living on hopes and prayers, and you might as well take your money instead of giving it to the church and the preacher, man. You might as well play lotto and try and hit for the big dollars. Most of y'all are giving up bill money throughout the week. Most of y'all are giving up rent money out here throughout the week because y'all listening to somebody give y'all brainwashed material, hypocritical material, and you supposed to honor that and everything. I want to know, somebody tell me, and I want you to show proof. I want you to show proof. Drop it in the comments. When was the so-called person that y'all give all y'all praise to, when was God born? When was his birthday? What was his real name? Because can't no person that be called God just be called God. G-O-D. Nah. Everybody's born with a first and a last name. I don't care who you thought you was. In order for somebody to get praises, and in order for somebody to be alive for you to praise, there had to be some type of reproduction that took place. A person just can't come out of the air and be made up. A lot of people was brainwashed with a religion and convinced that this is the way of life and this is a form of slavery. Religion is the biggest form of slavery floating around because you don't have the brain to think for yourself. You're being persuaded by a book and somebody's speech. So the preacher man is the pimp. The preacher man's the pimp. And the religion is what he's pimping to the lost people, which is a lot of y'all people out here. A lot of people might not like what I say, but I don't care what y'all, your opinion's your opinion. I'm just giving you my opinion at the end of the day. Y'all take y'all money out. Y'all go to work. Y'all listen to people who run this country who are conniving. They say y'all gotta go to work. Y'all gotta go put in labor for this country. Where did slavery go? You don't put in work for this country, then you be broke, homeless. We don't do nothing for you. That's when the crimes come. That's when the jail comes. Either way, this country's gonna get paid off of you, whether you like it or not. 42 people in here, hit the like button. Now, after you bust your ass every day, all day to work for a company that you're making rich because they're going to tax you for working for them because they have to pay the government for taxing them for hiring you. So you're losing way more money than what you think because your money's being split to so many pieces before you get it. It's going through so many people because you got to pay so many people off of your back, your hard work, and that little bit of money that they already designed to strip from you anyway. Basically robbing you straight up in your face. You can't do shit. Now, preacher man gets you to believe in a religion that's only bent out on getting your money that you get up and go to work for every day. Mind you, you're already being taxed. Now you're going to religious school, which is church, Bible study, whatever the case may be. And they have at least an envelope or two in every situation when it comes to church. And you constantly, consistently pouring this money in because you want to receive blessings from somebody you've never known. You just listening to somebody tell you about them and how good, quote unquote, they was to them, make up all these stories, pimping you to give up your hard-earned money. And then, end of the month come, you stuck on a bill, or you behind on a bill, and or you gotta pay some money on a bill, and you can't do the things you like to do no more. Why don't y'all give y'all parents the praise? Your father and mother created you. You came out your mother's womb, and then you saw the heavens and the earth. Ain't that what they say in y'all religion, that God created the heavens and the earth? Just asking. I'm just asking because I'm trying to find out some things on this religion thing, because this religion thing to me is a big scam, because you go and pay your money to a religion that puts you in debt. How could this be? How could this be? You going to pay. That's why a lot of people became preachers, I see. We got a lot of young preachers in my city, and they became preachers. I don't know if they really found the word, or they got put onto the scam to where they could be living luxurious on other people's dollars. Fuck it, I'm calling it what it is. That church shit is the biggest scam in the world. But y'all out here, shout outs to Edward Curry. That's what's up, because I see so many people. Calvin Veerman, I got a job. I own my own companies, bro. You gotta go to work, bozo. You probably at work watching me right now, but I ain't even gonna take no shots at you. You know why? They say you don't go and attack the people that attack you. That just goes to show you that they mad at what you doing, but they paying attention. So I wish you a good morning, Calvin. You probably one of these people I'm talking about. Calvin. That's what your name is. Calvin. That's right. I'm here, Ed. But at the end of the day, see, that's that bad energy. When I start talking, good morning, Cuzzy. Shout out to Daryl Tucker, Rasheem Young, Deandra Starkey on the check-in, Edward Curry on the check-in. But yeah, honestly, cousin, that's the topic that I'm on. Who's God? To my knowledge, my mother and my father is God. People say I got bad energy because I'm talking about a religion that I think is a scam. Now you out of here. You out of here, Calvin, just because you're a bozo. Now back on to what I was talking about. The religion thing is really hard to deal with because a lot of people go out here and y'all go to work. It's bad enough y'all gotta pay bills. Y'all got kids to take care of. You gotta put clothes on their back. You gotta keep food in the fridge. You gotta have communication so your loved ones can stay intact with you. But those who spiritually in tuned or inclined, it's all good because I just threw them off. It ain't nothing. But people who are spiritually inclined, you have to look into the aspect. I look at my mother and my father being my God, my Lord and Savior, because I don't know those people. I'm just hearing other people talk about God, Jesus, Satan. I just hear about these people talking about these people so much to where it becomes like you're in a therapeutic state where you're being tranquilized and fed this so much to where you start repeating it. And I believe that my mother and my father designed me and created me. Dre the Don, I appreciate you tapping in. Love your energy. But I put it in this perspective that my mother and my father produced the heavens and the earth for me. My father is the artist. His semen drew up me with my mother's help. My mom's is the canvas. My pops was the artist. My mom's was the canvas. I have to say it like this because this is how I put it into perspective for me. I appreciate you, Dre. My father and mom's laid down and they created a masterpiece or they painted the picture of life that they had in their bodies. Their energy of their bodies created my energy of life. My mother carried me in her womb. And after 9 months, I come out. I'm able to look up. I see her. I look up further. I don't know what that is. But I know who this woman is. I know what this face look like. To me, when you go back, when you talking about life, bro, I don't listen to a book telling me that people come from the dirt and the dust and all of that. Nah. I'm not one of them people that you could throw that at and I'm gonna be goofy to go for it. In order to have life and breath, reproduction has to happen. Sex has to happen. So y'all are praising a God who created the God that y'all praise. Dre, who created the God that you praise? I'm asking because we having good contact. We have a good, discussion, and we building, and I like to build with my people, but I want to know, without sexual reproduction, you cannot have life. Without our, without a man's semen and a woman's egg, you cannot produce, even take a shot to produce life. You have to have some type of intertwining, whether it's artificial insemination or whether it's sexual transmitted fluids that create life. Jesus don't have no birthday. You don't know when. I mean, tell me. Let me know. Show me some. Hey, yo, Dre. Show me what happened in the beginning. Because in order for you to even be produced, Dre, spirit can't get a woman pregnant, man. Y'all believe that Mary got pregnant through a spirit and gave birth to Jesus? Y'all really believe that? You really believe that, Dre? You really believe that, Dre? They said the Hebrew personal name of God is Yahweh. That's what they say, right? We're gonna see when was Yahweh born. Let's see. Yahweh, the name of the God of the Israelites, originated in the late Bronze Age between 1550 and 1200 BCE. What is BCE? He was originally worshipped by the Midianites in the northwest Arabian desert. The Israelites and Judites eventually adopted Yahweh as their national God and later as their only God. How could you adopt somebody as your national God and then later God? Help me out. Help me out. Yo, Dre, I wasn't going off of what they say when I came up with the topic of this discussion. I'm going off of what I feel. Like, I feel like my mother and my father is my God. They are my creators. They gave me heaven and the earth. My mother had the power to abort me or keep me. So in those eyes, that's the Lord and Savior that I praise. She's up in the sky now because eventually, we buried her, right? But the things that my mother has done for the community and for other people's families. My mother raised 4 generations of families in my neighborhood. 3 generations of that, we was in the 3 generations, of the 4 generations that she raised a lot of people. 3 of the generations was in a neighborhood we had moved to. Maybe about 14 years after. Up until the time I turned 14, I was in the neighborhood I was born and raised. My mother raised people in the neighborhood for 10 plus years. Then we moved to the other side of town, and my mother raised so many people and so many kids. My mom's told us no. My mom's believed in the same thing that I have my theories and beliefs on, because my grandmother's a pastor. She believes in God. And we always have this talk, Dre, and my mother always told me to believe in what you believe, what comes to your heart into your brain and what you research on, you believe that. And my grandmother has been a pastor. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my grandmother. I love her to death. I honor her. I'll mow anybody down for her. But every now and then we tend to have discussions where I ask these type of questions. My grand Pardon me, Dre, I was just talking about my grandmother's a pastor. She's been a pastor for about 40 plus years, as long as I've been alive. And we have these conversations. She's still alive to this day. May she continue to age with beauty and keep going as long as her body allows her, her spirit allows her. I love her dearly. Don't get me twisted. She's one of the creators of my whole bloodline, and she's a pastor. She's heavy into the church because her mother was a slave. Her mother was a slave, and that religion was put off on her, forced on her. Edward Curry, when I was coming up, out of respect of my grandmother, and plus I didn't want to get my ass whooped, excuse my French, by my mother, because my mother did every now and then go to church, and she brought us, because who gonna say no to my mother? If you knew my mother, you know, if you knew my mother, you love her to death because she was a great woman. But as I went to church and as I grew up, and as I was growing up, I started to realize myself, and I started to see that the only person that benefits off of the religion, I mean, I'm not going to say that people who go to church don't benefit off of it, but when it comes to having help or getting help for your problems in real life, you can't rely on a spirit. I know I heard a lot of people say, yeah, honestly, I went to the church, but growing up, I've been through some things, some real bad trials. And when I was young, I was going through them trials over something that wasn't true. Me and my brother got into a situation where we got arrested, and what was being stated on us wasn't true. And we, at that time, my mom's told us, my aunt told us, everybody in the family, when we was locked up, incarcerated, facing 8 1/3 to 25 years in prison for something that wasn't painted on what everybody said it was. Praying to God didn't help. You know who helped in that situation? My father, my God. So the whole time we was praying to God, you know, at the request of my grandmother and my moms and all that. My father did what a father did. So I've tried God for myself and it just didn't work out for me. I'm not preaching no devilish nothing. I'm not trying to make nobody feel like they should be challenging their religions or their feelings or anything. I'm not trying to do that at all. Your religion is your religion, and I ain't gonna love you no different. You know what I'm saying? But just from my personal experience and my personal opinion and beliefs, everybody has the right to feel. You know what I mean? It's all love, Dre. You know, it's just good building. I love to build with other people because when you actually building and you're not being hostile and you're not being crazy with it, you can get a sense of what somebody's trying to say or what they mean, or, you know, maybe might even give me some knowledge and insight on what I'm missing. I might be missing something. The YouTube that I bring forth to you is a YouTube that we deal with realities and we build on realities. And the reality is, I feel like a lot of people out here getting robbed with no gun. I believe a lot of people out here being force fed a religion that you might, you know. Why you not religious? You believe in God, Dre? Because if you believe in God, then you believe in the ways of the man, right? If you believe in God, you believe in Jesus. If you believe in Jesus, then you believe in a way of life. That's what they say. Are you religious though? Okay. Now I wanna see what y'all beliefs are. I would like to know what makes you believe in God. How how could you believe in God but not be religious? I'm just trying to understand you now, Dre. How could you believe in God but not be religious? Cause ain't God a religion? He's not a person. All they give you is a series of years that Yahweh was born. Every person with a name that we know about in context and index has a birth date. All they gave you was what years he was allegedly born between. No birth date. Don't you got a birth date? Everybody that's watching, salute to everybody paying attention. But I got one question, right? Y'all got one birth date? I feel you. How did you find God for yourself? I can relate because being religious and putting yourself in the religion category, you tend to go off of other people's beliefs. That's where the brainwashing come in. I agree, Dre. I agree on that one, Dre, because when you put yourself in the category of being religious, now you're just in a box with everybody else, listening to what everybody else saying, and you taking what you could take from them and believe it or not if it sounds convincing. I dig that, Dre. What made you find God, though? You had to go through a trial to find God. How did the relationship just form with God? I mean, if you didn't go through nothing or have to go through any like severe trial or any trial period in your life where it was trying, okay, you hit the bottom where you couldn't, where you didn't think you could make it out. Did you hit the bottom and you felt like you didn't make it out, so all you had to do was look up and pray? How could a spirit have a name? How could we name a spirit? God is not a human being, it's a spirit. So how could that spirit be born? How could that spirit be born between 1550 and 1200 BCE? What is BCE? BCE in the Bible. Britannica Dictionary definition: before the Christian era, before the Common Era, used to refer to the years that came before the birth of Jesus Christ, now often used as BC. What? Oh, wow. So was it when you got shot that you found the relationship in God? Or was you just hoping that you stayed on this earth after being shot? That's where the relationship with the spirit came into play, because back in your head you came, this shows me that you was raised in a religious household. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that explains it. I got it, Dre. I got it. So when you got shot, you thought back to when you was being raised in the religious household, right? And you heard so much about God, and you growing up, and you like, man, I don't want to hear about all that, man. You know, I'm a young dude, want to do, you know, probably was like on that mode. Didn't want to listen because I was like that too. Didn't want to listen. Ended up in the street, had to go through some things. That's just your experience, young bro. You were so, you were surrounded by the spirit of a higher energy, because it'd be a different energy that changed people. A lot of people say it's God's energy, this and the third. Just like you said, it's a spirit, right? Okay, Edward Curry. Does God have a birthday? Good morning, Sharice. Edward Curry. Somebody, if you in the church, this is for everybody. I want everybody out there that's in the church. This is sponsored by my clothing line, Stack Chicken. You know, I made the clothing line. You know, I'll be outside with it soon. You know, everybody could get a taste of Stack Chicken. This is only for the people who make the money. You know, hoodie and all that on deck too. You know, Stack Chicken is out coming soon, right? If God is a spirit, or if God is somebody to be praised, if he's somebody that's real to you, then that real person has to have a birth date. I don't want nobody to tell me that this person or this people, excuse me, let me get dressed, let me get myself together. I don't want nobody to tell me, right, who this man is or how good this man is, right? If you can't put a date on him, and who's to say God was a he? Like I said, my mother gave me life. She pushed me out the coochie, and my father created me. So if that's the case, my father's the artist and my mother's the canvas, so they both equal God to me. I don't know who a spirit is. I can't put a name on a spirit, bro. I can't give that title of God to a spirit. I give it to the person that gave me life. It's my mother and father. God ain't got a birth date. Show me a birth date. I want to see an exact date, yo. Like y'all telling me. They said Yahweh, which was the Hebrews people, right? Yahweh. I'm gonna go live tonight, so Stay tuned to my show, my channel. I'm a live streaming from StreamYard. And then I could send you the link, Dre. Just subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, Dre. Whoever wants to join this topic, we can have this conversation later on tonight. I'll be going live at 7:30. Follow me on Instagram at NoGame Films. Yo, Dre, go to NoGame Films on Instagram. If you got Instagram, follow me. And then, I'll be able to send you that link right away. But they said Yahweh was born between 1550 and 1200 BCE. BCE is Britannica Dictionary definition. Before the Common Era. Before the Common Era. The short answer is that BC and BCE both refer to years before the birth of Jesus Christ, and AD, CE both refer to the years of after the birth of Christ. BC and AD reference Christ's birth directly, while BCE and CE are more secular ways to time tell. Yup, NoGame Films. If that's the case, when's God's birth date? You want to know when my God's birth date is? Exactly, Sharice, but I want to know, when was God's birth date? How could you give a spirit and a feeling that name? That's a powerful name and a powerful title to label a spirit and a feeling. Y'all think God created the heavens and the earth? Who created that, man? A spirit and a feeling can't create life at all. A spirit and a feeling cannot create life unless that spirit and feeling is in a human life already. In the essence, in the sense of, what you call it? Sexual climaxing. Spiritual climaxing. You have to build that up in your body. That's where the human's egg and the woman's egg and the man's semen, spermicide cell interact, and then you get the gift of life. So God is a spirit. How could you name a spirit that powerful name? How could you give that spirit that much feeling and confidence and praise when you don't even know what that spirit consists of? Go into your Bible. He said God created the heavens and the earth, right? But Adam and Eve was on this earth already, because God had to speak to them and tell Adam to watch the fruit of the poisonous tree, right? In the Garden of Eden, right? I'm not religious, but this is what I used to hear a lot, and I did my own dissecting. These people was on earth before they even found out the spirit was here. That's right, Sharice. Energy has to be built up in a skeleton, in a shell. Energy has to be built up to where it connects to another being that's the opposite being of yourself, to where you can mate, because that's how you get life. You have to mate. We're gonna talk about this on my evening show at 7:30. So stay tuned. 7:30. I'm gonna send you the link to my show, because there's gonna be a couple of other guests. Dre the Don gonna jump up here. You know, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna build on it. But right now, I woke up with bad energy on my back. I'm just tired of hearing about things people can't really prove. It becomes somewhat frustrating because everybody wants to be looked at as being intelligent, and it's not even the fact of saying that somebody's not intelligent or not. It's just the point of, if you don't know and you can't prove, stop talking like you know. You know me, I gotta have my breakfast in the morning. Can't make it right without having my breakfast in the morning. I'm about to get in here and type some of this book. I'm about to produce my bag. I had to get some cookies this morning, you know what I'm saying? I had to make some cookies this morning. I'm in here working, man. I'm working. I ain't got time. I'm about to put the second book out. Y'all see, this is part 2 right here. This is 1. I got part 1 right here. Part 2 right here, almost finished. I'm almost finished. I know I've been bullshitting, but I'm gonna get to it. Don't worry about it. Just gotta refocus a lot of things, change a lot of people. Like it's time to exit a lot of people out my life, my circle, because I'm starting to see exactly who's who, what's what, and who needs to be around. I got some things that's happening, and it's time to really put my energy into that and stop worrying about other things, man. If you don't have no business that you want to enhance and you want to take off with, I don't have no time to be involving myself with people on them type of levels. The book is about 4 young dudes, Dre, 4 young dudes from the hood growing up, trying to figure it out, you know, involved in the streets. One of the dudes ends up meeting a chick. He gets closer to the chick. She finds out some things that they involved in. Come to find out, she's an agent. Things go left. That's all I could tell you, man. Make sure you just go get the book. Read the first book, because if you read the first book, the second book you're going to love. The second book is crazy. I'm not just telling you it because I wrote it. Go get my book right now. Hardly Life, Volume 1, out now, man. Everywhere. Go get this book. Go get this book, man. For real. I do my thing, man. I just be sitting back chilling. Yo, go get the book, Dre. I guarantee you, it's 15 chapters, right? 15 chapters. And I'm making it like, I was gonna make it a 2 or a trilogy book, right? If I make it a trilogy book, then I'm definitely gonna shoot the movie. That's right. That's right, Sharice. I'm gonna send you the topic. Don't worry about it. I got you. You go back to work. I'm gonna hit you later with it. Always in the air. Yeah, the book that I'm writing, man, it's a dope book, man. It's about 4 young brothers from the neighborhood, man. You know, 4 young brothers that you know, I got love for, and I wanted to put them in the book to make them, you know, like famous, man. You know what I'm saying? I wrote the book about the neighborhood, and I used the brothers in the neighborhood to base the book around. Couple chicks in the neighborhood, couple OGs in the neighborhood. Everybody that's in this book is a real live person in my neighborhood. Shout outs to everybody involved in the book, man. Yeah, the movie's gonna be coming soon. I'm putting that together right now. I've been talking to some cameramen. We gonna put this thing together and we gonna set it up to where I'm just waiting for one of the key actors to get back. He on vacation right now, so one of the key actors is on vacation. So as soon as he get back, we gonna start shooting scenes to the movie of the first book. I'm gonna shoot the whole movie, and then I'm gonna just break the movie down into series so you can get it on YouTube. But you'll have to subscribe to my channel then. And then you'll have to drop a little light donation. You know what I mean? I'm taking it back the way it used to go to the movies. It used to cost like $5, $6, right? Word. You can watch the movie. You can have a lake. It'll be there for you. But I'm about to get in here and get to work. It's, you know, a little late after 10. I gotta produce some chapters in this book. I'm going to type. So 7:30 tonight will be the live show. We will continue this. It'll be live on my other channel, on my other platform. So just make sure y'all look for me. Go to the page, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that. I'll check y'all later, right? And I'll make sure that y'all get this good content. Till then, love us. Peace.